Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be diving into another TryHackMe loom. You know this one? And this is a very simple reversing loom. However, I'd like to take this opportunity to showcase some important techniques for reverse engineering. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. So now, let's head over to Linux to begin with. Of course, I've already downloaded this task file and moved this file to Linux. So now, we can head over to Linux. Okay, as you can see over here, this is our target file. So when we get to such a file, the first command we can run is file. As you know, this one can give us file information, the basic information about this file. So as you can see over here, this is ELF 64-bit. And MSB means the most significant bit. A bit weird, right? And however, file command failed to identify its exact file type. And so the unknown are key and 0. You know, there's some hex decimal data. I don't know what it's about. We can copy this output and then, you know, we can get this link. As you can see over here, to go ahead, we need to change or edit this 6 byte. Okay? So how to edit such executable or hex type data. Okay, the command or the utility is hex editor. Hit enter, and what's no, sorry, not this one. Hex editor, and followed by the name of the file. Okay, hit enter, and so this is the first byte, second byte, third byte, fourth byte, 5 byte, and 6 byte. And this, we need to modify this from 2 to 1. Okay? And then we can press the key Control and X. And we can use the same name for this file. Or you can use different file name if you want. And hit enter. So now if you use the file command one more time to see what we'll get this time. So this time we got more information about this file. And this is the LSB. You know, this is Linux executable and the Pi executable. You know, some sort of the, address, a random address feature of a memory, and this can make debugging or reverse engineering a bit harder. Okay, and this architecture 64-bit and the version and dynamically linked interpreter, blah blah blah. And for the Linux stripped, this is another security feature. So the next command when we analyze binary is strings. And this command can display readable characters from this file, from this executable. Okay, let's scroll up. So it's just a simple binary. Tell me the password. And is it correct? I don't think so. Nope, well done. And above this one, we find this string. So possibly this is the password. We can copy and paste over here. So next, we can try to run this executable. Oh, sorry, I don't think I have already make it executable. And then we can run it. Yes, can you crack me? It's just a simple binary. Tell me the password. And we can try to input or supply anything. Is it correct? I don't think so. This means our supplied password is incorrect. So how about we supply the string we got from strings command, okay? As you can see, also we got the error. Is it correct? I don't think so, okay? Which is fine. So next, maybe we, sorry, not this one. Let me copy. Yes, the password is incorrect. So next command, when I analyze the binary is, the ltrace. And this binary can retrieve the code library by this binary, okay? Or like a shared object, shared library. And here, print out the message. And this should be the length. And the length. And, write this one to this variable. We can put anything, hello. The password is not correct. We cannot use this command to get flag. Okay, so next command, which is also very critical when we analyze binary, ghidra. Okay, by default, Linux doesn't have ghidra installed, but installing itself is very simple. You can use any package manager. Okay, we can hit enter. Close, and we can new project, for example, like a test, and we can launch this code review 2, and then we can import file. So yeah, this one, and click OK. Yes, analyze. Okay. And here on the left, we can see the several functions. We can have a look at each of them. So this is just a very simple function. Next one, and the next one. It looks like this should be main function, okay? And we need to understand this code, not very complicated. So define some variables. The array, the buffer is 42 bytes, and another variable 14 bytes, and then here the copy E, this is hexadecimal, so this means 14, right? We'll copy 14 bytes from this string and write to this variable, okay? So next, just print out some message. Next, gets will get input of user. Here at this point we will input password. And next we'll get the length of this variable. And next, so get the this is the, I think the integer of this should be So what's this? So the size, a size. So next we'll check the length of this variable to this hex. D means 13. So for example, if we supply the password like just 2 bytes, we will get the error. Okay, the password is not correct, and the program will exit immediately without going further. Okay, so next we'll initialize this variable. This should be index for this while loop. Okay, and this is 12. We'll check these 2 integers. And when this condition is true, and then we'll get this a message, well done. This means our password is correct. And here we just compare this variable and this variable. Okay, these 2 variables. If the same, we'll continue. Just add it by 1, okay, or plus 1. So I think from this piece of code, we can easily get the password should be this part or this string. We can copy. Yes. And also we can check to see how many or how long of this string. Okay, 13. So next we can run this binary one more time and provide this string. You see, the well done. So this means this is a password, what we are looking for. And then you can submit it to the loom. Of course, we need to have a prefix, THM, and check. It's accurate. Sweet. So I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you next. Bye. Have a good day, please.